there, K-pop heroes, back in with you today with another hot mess makeup tutorial. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's kind of fun though. Okay, I'm done. My name is Rachel, and I mess up on my makeup a lot, so I decided to film it for you all. Yay! So today, we are just going to be doing a thing with a bunch of bits and bobs that I had in my collection. I believe, actually, this time, almost every single piece of it minus one is K-Beauty. And that's just because my other face powder ran out, and the only one that I had was from Hourglass. So we're going to be using that. Yes, we are just going to be doing the K-Beauty makeup today. I don't know what I'm calling it. So we're just going to get right into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do, like I do in almost every single video, is I'm going to be using my No Problem Primer by Touch in Sol. I can put some of that on the back of my hand. All over my facer doodle. I don't know why I started adding doodle at the end of things, but I've been doing that recently, so we're just gonna stick with it. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Clio Kill Cover Cushion in the shade 2 Lingerie, and I'm going to put that all over my face. This is not the glowy one, this is the matte one. I do have the glowy one, but I want it to be a bit matte today. Not like a person named Matt. So what's really interesting about this puff is that it actually looks like you don't get much product on it, but like look at that. Like that's a lot of product that I just got on my skin right there. Look at that. That's a lot in comparison to this side. And that's partially because the puff is black. I'm probably going to need to order a refill of this soon because I think that it's almost out. Probably because I wear it relatively frequently. Look at that finish. I forgot to blend part of it in. I'm a mess already, and it's not even like 5 minutes into the video. I've already gotten stuff in places that I didn't mean to get it, and it's fun. So my problem with most foundations in general is trying to cover over all of the redness on my face, because I am so fair that like any amount of blood rushing to my face, it's visible. You guys should see me whenever I go to do martial arts. There's this thing that we call tomato faced Rachel, where if I'm working really hard, my whole face turns red and I look like a tomato instead of a human being. Like, kind of like Violet Beauregard in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, except instead of being blue, I'm red.
Here it comes. Blueberry pie and cream. It's the most marvelous blueberry pie I've ever tasted.
Holy Toledo, what's happening to your face?
Cool it, Dad. Let me finish.
Yeah, but your face is turning blue. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet.
What are you talking about?
Next, I'm going to move on to my Clio Kill Cover Airy Fit Concealer in the shade, yet again, Lingerie. So this should be almost a perfect match for what I already have on. What I really like about this concealer is actually that the brush is so stinking small, because you can really put it where you want it in small amounts instead of being like with a big blob. By the way, is a technical term. It was in SpongeBob at least. Hello, I am Rachel. How do I get out of rock bottom?
I can't understand your accent.
Next bus to Bikini Bottom.
Oh.
Also, this cushion isn't very firm. It's like nice and soft and plush, so you can really use it to like move it through the corners, put it everywhere that you want it, which I appreciate. Do I look like I blended to the walls? Yes? Good, because that is always the goal. Thirsty. Oh, I forgot to mix the powder in thoroughly. Oh, that was rough. That was powder galore. Oh, jeez. Oh. No. Okay, and since I'm actually going to be using the Kaja Beauty, what are you? I don't remember what they're called. Whatever the Kaja Beauty like cushion blusher thingies are, I'm going to be using the shade number 1 Koi to do my blush today. So I'm going to be doing that before I use my powder because this is a liquid blush. Also, I broke this in 2 pieces. How you ask? Well, I don't remember, but I did it. But we're still going to use the cute little heart thing because I do like it. And actually, even though it's broken in half, it still actually applies product. One thing that I will say about this particular color, unless you are incredibly fair, go for a different shade. This is also on my list of products to rebuy because I do actually really like the product itself. I just stupidly broke the packaging, which makes it a little bit more challenging to use. See, look, I got a natural little flush going on. Let's put some on my nose because I'd always love to put blush on my nose, as we know. Alright, and now I'm going to powder my face with the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. What I will say about this powder is it is great for dry skin. A lot of powders have a habit of like going into every little tiny corner. This one does not do that, which is why I love it. I'm literally just going to take a huge brush to do it with because I like something that's not crazy dense to do this part with. I don't need a ton of powder. I legit just need some to make sure that stuff doesn't move. And the powder's flying everywhere. Oh geez. Is it just me or does my hair look longer today? Okay. That part is done. Alright, and before I start the eyes, I'm going to do my brows off of camera, and so I will be back. Alright, I'm back. My brows are done, and now we're going to be moving on to eyeshadow. So for the eyeshadow, the shadow of the eyes, we are going to be using the Clio Interlace palette, which is one of the new releases in the Clio Pro Eye Palette collection. This is number 8. There is also a number 9 and 7, which I have not shown in a video yet. But we're going to be using this one because I wanted something that wasn't going to clash with my sweatshirt. And what I really like about this one is that it has lots of shades up here that are matte and then a bunch of glitters down here. And I think, quite frankly, whenever I go on trips or voyages, because it sounds cooler than trips, this is going to be a palette that I take with me. So I always start with just a blending brush, and I'm going to grab this middle shade in the top row right here, and I'm going to put that all in my crease. Oh, by the way, I did prime my eyes before I did this, so that way things actually did what I wanted them to. One thing I will say, these palettes overall do not joke or kid whenever it comes to pigmentation. The pigmentation on these is excellent. Also, I'm toying with a new setup because I got a new microphone, so you guys are going to be hearing potentially different audio for the next couple of weeks while I figure out with all of these where the heck I need to place this to get good sound this time. I have a brow hair that needs to be plucked. I'm gonna get that. This is the same one, I think, that consistently has a habit of causing me to bleed. So we're gonna try and be careful this time. The bad side of having such fair skin and dark brows is every single hair that is out of place is so apparent. Okay, now I can go back to blending because I feel a bit better. There we go. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this dark brown color in the corner. I'm going to be using that to deepen up my eye sockets. So I usually use a brush like this just to place the color where I want it. And actually the thing that you don't notice about this palette when you first look at it is a lot of these colors have a slight pinkish undertone to them, which I think is lovely because it goes way better with my complexion. They're not like too warm, but they're actually, this is like a more cool, pinky, deep brown. It's a very unique shade in my opinion. Because I feel like a lot of browns go very, very warm and this one does not. We're gonna do my lower lash line too while we're at it. Deepen that up a bit. Okay, so I have a bit more definition to my eyes. I look like a villain from a movie at this moment in time, but it's okay, we're gonna fix that. How, you may ask? Well, that is because we are going to use our fingers, and we're going to take no, do I want that shade? I don't want this shade. This shade's really pretty. What shade do I want?
A few moments later.
We're going to use this gold shade in the center and we're going to put that on my lids. And if I don't like it, we'll add something else to it. Okay, so this is like a 100% straight up glitter shade, but like, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. So if you're ever going to use this shade, put something else underneath of it. But like, that glitter is gorgeous. I'm going to bring that a little bit closer to the center, and then I'm going to do my inner corners. I love a lot of Korean glitters that I've tried. A lot of Western ones I feel like can get a bit more chunky. And although I do like chunky on occasions, I really like how these just make my eyes look like a disco ball without being super chunky, and they feel okay on the lids too. Okay, and I'm going to take the tiny brush that comes with the palette, and I'm going to be taking this flat end and this color right here on the corner, this one right here, and I'm going to be using that in my inner corners. Because I need something for that beautiful glitter to fade in from. I have a couple glitters that fell underneath my eye. I need to get them up. Go away. See, look, I got some glitters that are like hanging out there, but that's okay. I shall work with it. Because they're not going anywhere. They're like stuck. Okay, and on my lower lash line, I'm going to be using the Etude House Mirrorholic Liquid Eyes in the shade BE101 Champagne Bubble. Just to pop it a wee bit more. I definitely have a rogue bit of glitter there. I need something to get rid of that. That's too small for me to do with my hands. Go away, rogue glitters. Alright, that moved that to the place that I wanted it. Let's actually take a wee bit more of that, and I'm actually just going to continue to use that brush now. This is a great lower lash line glitter brush. I am a fan of this. I've never used this for this before. Also, I didn't even know I had a brush this small. Look at that. Look at that glitter. That is beautiful. Okay, now that I feel super sparkly and pretty, we are going to go in with the Clio Gel Presser Waterproof Gel Pencil Liner in the shade Cinnamon Cocoa, and we're going to put that in my lower lash line. And my top lash line, we're going to use the shade Golden Black. Also, in case you want to know why I'm using two different shades, one on the top and one on the bottom, it's because I want my upper lashes to look really thick and voluminous, and an easy way to do that is by using black up there for me because my lashes are so dark. So you just look at how much more defined that top lash line looks in comparison to this one. Okay, that is done. Now I'm going to go onto my Clio Waterproof Pen Liner in the shade Kill Brown. This one is in the old packaging, I believe, that they have since changed, but I have a bunch of these still that I need to go through. Also, I will say that they also have a brush liner tip, which I do have in the black shade. I actually like the brush tip better than the pen tip because I like something that moves really easily. This is a little bit more stiff, but some people may like that. Alright, my liner is on. I'm going to quickly curl my lashes, and then I'm going to be going in with my Clio Kill Lash Superproof Mascara in the long curling variety, and I'm going to be using that. That was a big burp. When I say that I absolutely love this mascara, I absolutely love it. I have like 3 or 4 different mascaras over there, and this is the one that I go for almost every single time. Honestly, I may get rid of some of those other ones and just keep going with this. I used to really like them, but they don't compare. Because this one just gets it so separated without any clumps. And per usual, my bottom lashes, I'm going to be using the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara in the shade Black, which is number 1. I don't know if this one comes in other shades. I only have it in the black. I only like it in the black. Okay, so we are all glittered, eyelinered, mascaraed up. Now I'm going to go back to my cheeks, and I'm going to be using the Kaja Mochi Glow Bouncy Blendable Highlighter in the shade 03. I'm going to be using my fingers for this since it's like a creamish product. I'm just going to pop that on the tops of my cheeks. Alright, and now I'm going to be using my Rum and Better Than... I keep forgetting what the word swipe is. Better Than Swipe, I think, in the shade 01 Oak Grain, which looks like this. I'm going to be using that to contour a bit. You know what the really funny thing is? On camera, any contour on me looks much more extreme than it does in real life. Okay, I realized that I forgot highlighter in a couple of places, so we're going to put that on the tip of the nose. Boopity boop boop boop. Cupid's bow. Cupid's bow. Really highlight that Cupid's bow. A little bit here. And a little bit here. Am I going as much as I want now? Yes. One final step. I'm going to be using my Kaja Beauty, what is this? Heart Melter Moisture Melt Lip Gloss Stick in the shade 10 Cutie Pie. How does this work? Oh.
2,000 years later.
Ah, you pump it like this, and it comes up. I'm not gonna take too much of this, just enough. Oh, that's a really nice moisturizing formula. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And this is more like a lipstick, by the way, guys. Alright, and there you have it. A makeup look for you all with some glitter. All using products from K-Beauty except for my powder. Pose now. Alright, K-Nuggets, that's all that I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Also, if you want to see more from me, make sure to head over to thekpophero.com. Over there, I post lots of album unboxings as well as K-Beauty reviews, so go on over there and check it out. Other than that, that's all that I have for you today, so 사랑합니다.